Nestled between majestic hills, Fairmont, West Virginia has always been known for its peaceful charm. Yet, in the early 1920s, the dark shadow of a sinister underbelly lurked, one which would forever etch the name of Belle Lemmon into the archives of its dark history. Belle Lemmon, as she was known, was a strong woman with a magnetic allure. She had once been the jewel of Fairmont's Water Street, an area known more for its indecent shadows than its respectable sunshine. She had the kind of allure that men lusted over, and drew them like moths to a flame. It was this very allure that would lead her down a treacherous path, one which she could never escape. Water Street, the heart of Fairmont's sordid underbelly, was a place where morality was silenced and vice thrived, where nightlights concealed a darkness that shined bright within its shadows. Belle Lemmon was both a victim and a queen of this underworld. Here her story begins as an enterprising young woman with her own place on Water Street. She was the most popular of all the evening working women in town. Looking for excitement, she became entangled with Big Rosie, a powerful figure in the criminal underbelly of Fairmont, who lavished her with gifts and attention. But Big Rosie's attention came with a steep price. Bella soon found herself trapped in a web of violence and deceit. The Mafia, with its iron grip on Fairmont, played a significant role in Bella's life. The decision to take her away from her predator Big Rosie was hatched by the most powerful leaders within the criminal organization. They sought to weaken Big Rosie and assert their dominance over Water Street. Philip, a member of the Mafia, was chosen to carry out this task. Philip was no stranger to the criminal world, and he had a plan. He became Bella's lover, charming her with intensity. Bella, yearning for protection and affection, found solace in his arms. Little did she know that Philip's true intention was to gain her trust, for he had been practicing his knife skills, preparing for the most sinister of tasks. The Mafia's plan unfolded with calculated precision. Bella was persuaded to run away with Philip, away from the clutches of Big Rosie. She agreed, driven by fear and a desperate desire to escape the violence that had engulfed her life. They fled to Barrackville, West Virginia, where a call to Big Rosie lured him to retrieve his car they had taken. However, upon Big Rosie's arrival, he was confronted by a quiet stranger who calmly demanded a bill of sale for his beloved car. This stranger harbored deep-rooted connections to the Mafia, leaving Big Rosie with no choice but to concede defeat. It was during this moment of vulnerability that Philip and one of his partners in crime seized Bella and Big Rosie's car. The car would vanish, leaving only a fleeting glimpse of it in Fairmont, a piece of the puzzle that would haunt investigators for years. As the days passed, Belle Lemmon's life took an unexpected turn. She found herself growing fond of Philip, appreciating his kindness and comparing him favorably to her previous tormentor. But love wasn't part of the Mafia's plan. It was about control and power. Dread of the plan then overcame Philip when, charmed by Bella, he became smitten with love. Bella soon tired of Philip. Jilted by Bella's revelation that she didn't love him, Philip turned to the Mafia leaders for guidance. They decided that Bella must die. It was a chilling verdict, one that would mark her for an unescapable fate. In a bizarre twist, the Mafia chose the boss's brother Tony to carry out the murder. Tony had been eager to prove his loyalty to the gang, and this gruesome task was his initiation rite. Under the pretense of love, he courted Belle Lemmon, gaining her trust while secretly practicing with his knife. Belle Lemmon's final ill-fated journey took her from the familiar streets of Fairmont, West Virginia, to Baltimore, where she met a tragic end. Lured away by promises and a newfound love interest, Bella boarded a train, unknowingly headed towards her demise. In Baltimore's grim underbelly, she met a gruesome fate, falling victim to a sinister plot. Her lifeless body was later discovered, and her identity was confirmed by a Fairmont newspaper clipping found nearby inside her hat. making a somber conclusion to her story. The murder of Belle Lemmon, a woman entrapped by circumstances and manipulated by those she trusted, was a tragedy that shook Fairmont to its core. It was a stark reminder of the darkness that had resided beneath the town's peaceful facade. Belle was quietly buried in Mannington Cemetery. Her brother and a neighbor were the only attendees at her gravesite service. As the investigation into Belle's murder unfolded, it revealed a web of criminal activities that extended far beyond Fairmont, implicating a network of gangsters, extortionists, and murderers. The town of Fairmont would forever bear the scars of this grim chapter in its history, a chapter that saw the rise and fall of Belle Lemmon, a woman whose life was extinguished by the very forces that ensnared her. But those forces were blind as to their final chapter, as the investigation into Belle's murder would ultimately bring their criminal empire crashing down, leaving it as burnt ashes in the history of Fairmont.